So, today is the most important day for polity. In this session of 1 hour and odd, we will be discussing about 2022 2 days back GS question paper, GS2 question paper, what are all the questions came from polity, then 2022 prelims questions, what are all the questions asked in the prelims examination, and what are the topics which are present in the polity, means what are all the topics we have to complete, what are all the topics where we have to have the command. These all topics I will be discussing in this particular session. Yes. So, first as usual, the most important building is not your house, this is the most important building, Union Public Service Commission building, where your question paper preparation or your evaluation or your interview, everything will be happening in this building. I am associated with this building, you are associated with this building. So, this building is most important building. Once upon a time it is called as Dolpur House, and now also called as Dolpur House, Union Public Service Commission office, constitutional body. So, this constitutional body is going to produce the bureaucrats of the country, the civil servants of the country, the IAS, IPS officers of the country. So, first question which is very important, the first very important question is why we have to prepare for this examination. The most important, I believe, for anything we start, we need to know why. The big thing is why we need to do it, why we have to prepare, or why I am traveling this much distance, or why I am marrying someone, or why I am buying this property, or why I am buying this car. For everything there will be a why. In the similar format, for preparing for civil services also we need to have a why. If someone asks me what is your motivation, I will tell that my motivation is why I started. Similarly, your motivation should be why you started this preparation. That is the biggest motivation, not this toppers video or rankers video or motivation. These are all not the motivation. The biggest motivation is why. So, there are 6 factors for me. When I started my preparation in 2009, whereby there are 4 attempts. In that 4 attempts I went to UPSC interview for 3 times and I got a very good marks in one of the optional paper at that time. So, what was the strong why for me is, first one is service orientation. Yes, people believe that the service is defense forces at the borders, they are servicing, obviously they are serving the people, but the idea of India is people. You are serving the people. See, if they are guarding the borders, means it is not the geographical boundary, it is not just the land, it is not just the people, it is not just the rivers, it is not just the water, it is not just the mountains, it is the people, they are guarding the people. So, you are protecting, the defense forces are protecting the people, and you forces, civil services forces is providing services for that people. So, service orientation, the first and the foremost important is, yes, service orientation. You are going to serve the people. You are going to, because of your service, if one person is going to change, is a very big thing. So, first thing is service orientation, and the second is obviously recognition. Second big thing is recognition. You know how we will get the recognition once you get the rank, how people will run around you for a selfie photo, huge recognition. Privileges, you will be getting one car with a beacon, with a red light, one for gardening, one for kitchen, people, 2 cars with 4 security guards, home guards will be provided, huge respect. Most important, contacts will be developed, you will be getting lot of contacts at the highest level, the contacts will be developed. So, contacts, why? Because one time if you have money also, nothing we can do, but we can do everything when we have contacts. Contacts is a big power. if you have someone in parliament, if you have someone in secretariat, if you have someone in state legislature, it is a very big thing. So, contacts is equal to power, the contacts will help you. And the last is Article 3.1, the Constitution of India under the Article 3.11 polity point of view. Article 311 provided job security. No one can remove any IAS officer or IPS officer or any civil servant except President of India. Except President of India only can remove, no one can remove. So, Article 311 of the Constitution is providing job security. So, these are all the factors which is making me to join Union Public Service Commission, to write a Union Public Service Commission and to enter into this gate. The UPSC interview will happen in this gate. So, for that gate, there is one procedure, that procedure I am going to discuss now. What is that procedure? See, the procedure is, first you need to have some characteristics. It is not only about joining an academy, it is not only about joining a mentor, it is not only about preparing self, it might be any factor. There is 5 principles, Pancha Principles. Number 1, commitment. Commitment from you, huge commitment. Everything, in movies, in drinking water, eating food, walking on the road, everywhere you have to see UPSC, you have to see UPSC syllabus. That much commitment should be there at least for 2 years. Huge commitment. In you, commitment is required, dedication. Commitment and dedication both should go hand in hand. Dedication means what? For 2 years. No family, nothing. Everything for the studies, everything for preparing for civil services. Dedicated form of preparation, at least for 1 year. Commitment for 2 years, dedication for 1 year. Like when the Pandavas went into Aranya in Mahabharata, 1 year they should not show their face. Very rigorous form of Vanavasa. That is called as dedication. And the 12 years is called as commitment. So, you need to have 2 years of commitment, 1 year of dedication. Honest, genuine efforts. You have to be honest for yourself. Today I am going to prepare this. Today I am going to study this. Today I am going to complete fundamental rights. Means you have to complete the fundamental rights and you have to sleep. You should be genuine to yourself. You should be honest to yourself. That is the criteria which is required in you. Commitment, dedication, honest and genuine efforts from your side. Courage also, this is, preparing for civil service is a courage. Preparing for civil service is a risk, because uncertainty is there. I am telling you, uncertainty is there. 10 lakh people will give application for Union Public Service Commission, only 12,000 people will clear prelims. From 12,000 people, 2,500 people will attend UPSC interview. In that 1,000 people will get the service. 10,000 people, 1 0, another 0, another 0. For 1,000 people, 1 post. For 1,000 people, 1 post. Means very courageous thing, very risky thing you are doing. Yes. Keep challenge to yourself. This exam, I am telling you with my experience, this exam will change the people's mindset. People will become disciplined. People will become ordered. People will be arranging themselves in a proper format in this examination. Examination will make in such a way. Courage and risk. Blindly follow mentor. If you have any mentor, blindly follow the mentor. If you have any mentor, blindly follow the mentor. I am telling you, it might be anyone, it might be Ravanasura also. If you follow Ravanasura for 15-20 times, sometimes he will become chilled and he'll tell that, I am Rakshasa, but still you are following. Chalo, what you want, tell me. So, it might be any person. If you follow 100%, some or the other result will come. In the same way, if you choose a mentor, blindly follow the mentor. Compulsory, you will get this, any mentor. These are the 5 things, Pancha Principles. These are the 5 principles which is required in every aspirant and mainly in the serious aspirant. Commitment, dedication, genuine and honest efforts, courage and risk, and 5th is blindly follow the mentor. So, now, sir, I understood, okay, this is the reason for preparation for UPSC. Why? This is the reason for preparation for UPSC. Why? Second, what I should have, What type of traits, what type of characteristics I should have? You told, fine, well and good. Sir, tell me the format. I will tell you the UPSC format and then I will go into the polity, my subject. So, in the UPSC format, you will be having 3 phases of examination: prelims, mains and interview. In the prelims stage, you will be having 2 papers, qualifying nature. In prelim stage, you will be having 2 papers, qualifying nature, which is General Studies, Civil Services Aptitude Test. General Studies and Civil Services Aptitude Test. If you clear prelims, you will be getting the qualification to write the mains. But nowadays what happened? Prelims became elimination method. They are eliminating the people, they are not selecting the people. Usually what should happen? They should select, but they are not selecting, they are eliminating. So, at the prelim stage itself, elimination is the UPSC which is having the strategy to eliminate the people who are not serious. 2 papers are there, one is General Studies, other is Civil Services Aptitude Test. So, what are the syllabus which are there in the General Studies? What are the topics which are there in the General Studies? Number 1, Indian polity, Indian economy, Indian geography, Indian history. I believe personally, and art and culture is part of it. So, this 4 very important. Most of the students who didn't clear prelims make a phone call and ask them, why you did not cleared? I didn't focus much on polity, I didn't focus much on economy, I didn't focus much on geography, I didn't focus much on history, they will tell. People will be running around behind current affairs. First we have to be strong on static part. First we have to get command on the static part, that is polity, economy, history and geography. 70 questions, 60 to 100% 60 questions, 60 to 70 questions will be from these 4 static subjects. Polity, economy, history, geography and art and culture is part of it. International events, science and technology, some disaster management questions which are linked to environment and current affairs. These are the 10 topics which are there in your prelims, and there will be 100 MCQs. Each MCQs will be for 2 marks, overall 100 into 2 marks is equal to 200 marks. Civil services aptitude, minimum you have to get 1/3 of the marks, means out of 200 you have to cross 66.67. If your CSAT paper, if you qualify, then only your GS paper will be evaluated. In the GS paper, top 12,000 people will be taken into the mains examination. So, first you have to clear the CSAT, you have to cross 66.6 marks. Those students who cleared 66.6 marks in CSAT, those paper will go for evaluation for GS. In that GS also, SC, ST, OBC, disabled, economically weaker section, these all sections will be categorized and top 12,000 people will be qualified for mains. Negative marking is there, 1/3 negative marking is there for CSAT, 1/3 negative marking is there for general studies. Prelims CSAT only qualifying 1/3 marks of 200 means 66.67 marks, 66.67 marks you have to cross. So, what are the topics which are there here? Quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English comprehension, general comprehension. What are the topics which are there in civil services aptitude test? Quant, reasoning, English comprehension, general comprehension. 80 questions will be there, each will be 2.5 marks. So, overall marks will be for 200 marks, overall will be for 200 marks. In this you have to cross 66.67. If you cross 66.67, this paper will be evaluated. In this paper, merit will be taken up to 12,000 to 3,000, 13,000 people. So, these 4 are very important, people will neglect. When you clear prelims, you will be allowed into mains, that you know. General studies 1, general studies 2, general studies 3, general studies 4. Till yesterday, September 18th, GS4 exam was been completed for 2022 mains. On 16th it was general essay, on 17th it was GS1 and GS2, 18th it is GS3 and GS4. You have to remember in your mind, you have to keep in your mind that these are the question papers next year you are going to write. These are the mains tests which you are going to write in the next year. So, So, what are the subjects present in the General Studies 1? Indian Geography, Indian Society, Indian History, Art and Culture, World History. These are the 5 topics which are there in General Studies 1. General Studies 2, Indian Polity, Indian Governance, International Relations. These are the 3 segments which are present in your GS 2. In GS 3, Indian Economy, Internal Security, Disaster Management, Science and Technology and Environment. These are the segments which are there in General Studies 3. General Studies 4, Ethics paper. Ethics theory part, case studies, application part. So, GS 4 which is called as ethics paper are two sections. One section is called as theory section, another section is called as application section which is called as ethical dilemmas, case studies, 250 marks. So, this will be for 250 marks, 250 marks, 250 marks and finally 250 marks. General essay which happened on September 16th, general essay paper is there. Usually the general essay paper have 2 sections, we have to write 2 essays, one essay 125 marks, 2 essays 125 into 2, 250 marks. It can be on national issue or economic issue or social issue or international issue or philosophical issue. Section 2 is dominated by philosophical essay, national it can be a national issue or economical issue. If you in our Telegram channel it is present, if you can check it, essay paper on environment and economy, the recent question paper environment and economy or else skilling, reskilling type of questions, philosophical questions are from general essay. These are the 5 core general studies paper. Sir, whether I have to prepare separately for general essay, if someone asks me, I will tell you no. General studies is having command on the general studies and doing practice. Complete your GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, then you write essays and show to your mentor. Write essays, show to your mentor, sir my essay is correct or not, my essay is correct or not. In that way essay preparation should move on. Total marks, GS 1, 2, 3, 250 into 3 marks, 750 marks, ethics paper 250 marks, essay paper 250, so 750, 1250 is for mains. And this is the general format of preparation for general studies, my subject. This is my subject. So, today's orientation is for Indian polity. So, I gave you a broad idea. What is prelims, what is mains. I did not discuss about optional. I discussed only about general studies point of view. In general studies, what all we have to cover. General essay is nothing to worry. When you have command on GS1, when you have command on GS2, when you have command on GS3 and GS4, amalgamation of this GS1 to 4 with writing skills and your sense of intelligence, your essay paper will come. How it should be developed, sir? By practice. How it can be developed? It can be developed by practice. Before mains examination, if you write 40 essays, 40, no one can stop you. Remember today, by next mains, you should be in a position to complete 40 essays. If you had written 40 essays, your preparation has been completed. So, polity part in your prelims, 10 questions will be from Indian polity, 5 questions will be current affair oriented Indian polity. So, overall Indian polity will cover 15 marks in your prelims preparation. In your GS2 paper, 20 questions will be there. In 20 questions, 7 questions will be from core polity, 7 to 8 questions will be from application of polity. What is application of polity? Means governance. So, 8 questions will be from governance and 5 questions will be from international relations. In this way, polity constitute 15 marks in your Indian polity, in your prelims GS and in your GS2, polity constitute 7 and application of polity which is called as governance constitute 8. So, 7 questions are from core polity, 10 prelims questions are from core polity. 5 questions in polity prelims is application oriented and here 8 questions are application of polity which is none other than governance. So, polity is most important. Polity is very, very important. People think that by buying a Lakshmikant, mera kaam ho gaya, bas. I will read my Lakshmikant and my work has been completed. Sir, tell me the page number, sir, Lakshmikant. 420, yeah? Third paragraph. Third line, no? Yes, I am reading third line. It's not about reading or by-hearting, it's about understanding. It should sink. It should go inside. If I ask you, Vice President functions, who is pro tem speaker, how speaker is elected, what is electoral college of president, these are all the questions which are asked in 2022 prelims and mains also. What is ordinance, what is ordinance power of a governor, mains question this is. It should become part of our life. Polity should be part of our soul. We will discuss. Sir, tell me syllabus. What all I have to study first? I will tell you the syllabus first. What all we have to study? Polity means, Indian polity means constitution. Indian polity means static. Studying constitution is called as Indian polity. Application of Indian polity is called as governance. Application of Indian polity is called as governance in administration. Why? Because polity can be applied in judiciary, that is different field, that is called as LLB, that is called as LLM, that is called as judiciary. Application of polity in administration is called as governance. So first syllabus is how and what of the constitution, means what is constitution? What is constitution? Understanding the constitution. You know, 2022 prelims there is a question on constitutional morality. In GS2 also there is a question on constitutional morality, mains question. Means we have to understand the word what is constitution. That is the reason if you go to UPSC interview, what first question will be, if your name is Pratap, guess. Pratap means what they will tell. What is the meaning of Pratap? Why? Because that is your name. Sir, my name my father kept, sir. I don't know who kept my name. They call Pratap, so I am Pratap. So, see, that means what? Everything have a reason. Everything have a reason. That reason we have to find. Constitution is having a reason. First we have to understand the word called as constitution. What is constitution? How is constitution? Constitution means what? Why constitution is so sacred? Someone in 1946, someone written a constitution, today is 2022. Why have to follow this outdated, obsolete constitution? Something very important is there. Something very sacredness is associated to the constitution because of which we are following today. Second, understanding of the constitution. Constitution को समझना चाहिए. We have to understand the constitution. Constitution is what? System of central government. Then central government. Who constitutes central government? President, Prime Minister, Council of Ministers, Attorney General of India. This all together constitute Union Executive. Federal system, center-state relations, interstate relations, judiciary, Supreme Court, High Court, district courts, system of state government, state legislature, state chief minister, state council of ministers, local government, panchayat raj institutions, municipal bodies, constitutional bodies, union public service commissions, election commission of India, comptroller auditor general of India, non-constitutional bodies, CBI, enforcement directorate, SEBI, IRDA, PFRDA, non-constitutional bodies, and committees and commission recommendations. This all you have to do. Committees and commission recommendations like second administrative reforms commissions, center state relations commission recommendations, second center state relations commission recommendations. One by one I will explain you in clear. First one is called how and what of the constitution. How and what of the constitution. How and what of the constitution. First, we have to understand the very basics. What is constitution? Whether the constitution is an innovation of India or we copied from some other country. If we copied, from where we copied, and if we copied, why, from where they copied. Why there is a requirement of constitution for any country? Main thing is certainty. If there is a rule book, according to this the administration should go on. If everything is written format, whether there will be certainty or uncertainty? Certainty. The constitution promote what? Certainty. Constitution will share what power? Constitution will share what duties? ये तुम्हारा duty है. This is your power, this is your duty, this is your function. Constitution will give the powers, constitution will distribute the powers. So there is certainty. Other person cannot enter into your functions. Why? Because it is clearly written in the constitution that these are the powers of Prime Minister, these are the powers of Chief Minister. So certainty will be there. That is the reason, if you see from last 3-4 years, UPSC came to conclusion that these people are by-hearting and coming, so they went to roots. What is constitution? They started asking. What is constitutional morality? They started asking. What are the principles of constitution? They started asking. Why we want the constitution? They are asking. So first we have to understand what is the constitution and how is the constitution. Means how this constitution came into existence. What are the characteristics present in the constitution of India? Second, historical background, that is also very important. Today we have this robust, vibrant constitution. Today we have this robust, vibrant constitution. From where we got? The first constitutional law started from 1773 Regulating Act. After Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, 1773 Regulating Act, 1784 Pitt's India Act, 1813 Charter Act, 1833 Charter Act, 1853 Charter Act, Government of India Act of 1858, Indian Councils Act of 1861, Indian Councils Act of 1892, Indian Councils Act of 1909, Government of India Act of 1919, Government of India Act of 1935 and 1947 Indian Independence Act. Then 1950 Constitution of India. This is a history. This is a historical underpinnings, step by step. So we got it's an evolutionary process. We evolved from 1773. What are the provisions? 1784. What are the provisions? 1813. What are the provisions? 1833. What are the provisions? 1853. What are the provisions? Eventually became a very big thing called as Constitution of India. Historical background. Historical underpinnings of the constitution. Today you are an IAS officer, just like that you became IAS officer. School, your birth, you were brought up, your nature and nurture, your schooling, your 10th class, your intermediate, your degree, your post graduation, then you came for civil services, then you joined somewhere or you have some mentor, you failed, again you written, you failed, again you written, people told don't write, you go out, you get out from here, but still you wrote, then you became. Means it's an history. So you are IAS, people are not IAS, not just like that, compulsory there is some history. So that history is very important. When we understand the history, we will understand it today. When we understand the today, we can address tomorrow's problem. That is the reason history is very important aspect. People will neglect history, we should not neglect the history. When you know the history, you will know today. When you know today, tomorrow's problem you can address properly. Historical underpinnings of the constitution, making of the constitution. So who made this? Who made this making of the constitution? That is the reason, constitution is called as a living life. It's a living soul, like it's a human being. Constitution is a human being. Who made you? You are an IAS officer. Who made you? Whether question will come or not in your interview. If you get an IAS officer, who are your parents, where you studied? Constitution is also like a human being. Making of constitution, how you are made, who made you? Constituent Assembly made. How many members are there in the Constituent Assembly? Whether Pakistan members are part of the Constituent Assembly or not? What are the basic provisions present in the Constituent Assembly? Making of the Constitution. Salient features of the Constitution. What are the salient features of the Constitution? Like what? Single citizenship. Unitary features with federal bias, federal features with unitary bias, emergency provisions, fundamental rights, directive principles of state policy, secularism. These are all the salient provisions of Constitution. Preamble of the Constitution. What is the preamble of the Constitution? What constitutes preamble of the Constitution? Why? Because before buying any book, first whether we will see preface or not. We will see the preface and we will buy the book. The Constitution preface is preamble of the Constitution. So, this is the first topic in which you have to do this. This is the format which I am following in my class. What is the Constitution? Historical background, making of the Constitution, salient provisions of the Constitution, preamble of the Constitution. Understanding of the Constitution. Sir, ठीक है sir, कैसे समझे? How we can understand the Constitution? Understanding of the Constitution. Understanding of the Constitution. Union and its territory. Union and its territory. States. How many states are there? What is the procedure for the formation of a new state? Telangana state was been formed by a new state. What is the procedure for the formation of a new state? Now Jammu and Kashmir became a union territory. Ladakh became a union territory. Why? How a state became a union territory? State and union territory. Citizenship. Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, if you remember. Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019, which is responsible for communal violence in Delhi. Nearly 105 people killed. It is because of citizenship. How anyone will get the citizenship? What are the procedure to get the citizenship? Registration, naturalization, by birth, by descent, by acquiring the territory of foreign citizenship. Article 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fundamental rights. This is understanding, means what are all the things which are present in the Constitution. In this way, I will be going in the classroom. In this way, you should also prepare. Fundamental rights. Article 12 to 35 is called as fundamental rights. Article 12, definition of state. Article 13, laws which are inconsistent with the fundamental rights will be called as null and void. Article 14, right to equality. Article 15, no discrimination. Article 16, public employment. Article 17, abolition of untouchability. So, all the fundamental rights together. Article 6, explanations. How my format will be there. I will explain article. Almost one article I will take 1 hour with examples, with relevant judgment. With relevant for 14th article, 1 judgment. For 15th article, 1 judgment. For 16th article, 1 judgment. For 17th article, 1 judgment. Issues involved and new constitutional amendments. New constitutional amendment, for example, 21A, right to education. New Constitutional Amendment Act. New fundamental rights like 21A. Status of right to property. What is right to property today? Every time the right to property is in the news, people are confused with respect to right to property. I am telling you how we have to do the fundamental rights. Similarly, directive principles of state policy. Article 36 to 51. What is Article 36? Definition of state with respect to directive principles of state policy. Sir, already you told here Article 12 is definition of state. Here also you are telling definition of state. Article 12 definition of state of fundamental right is different from Article 36 definition of state of directive principles of state policy. What is the difference? 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 51, each and every article from 1 to 51A, you have to remember. From Article 1 to Article 51A, you have to remember. Articles explanations for these also. For DPSP also, relevant judgments, practical examples, applications, how we have to apply it. For example, cow slaughtering is an issue. Cow slaughtering is an issue. Article 48 of the Constitution tells that cow slaughtering should be banned, but it is under directive principles of state policy. But one section of people is against cow slaughtering, one section of people for cow slaughtering, whether it is a current affair or not. Nowadays mob lynching is happening. These people are going for cow slaughtering and they are going and killing. Mob lynching, whether it is present in Article 48 or not, it is present in Article 48. Link. For every article, one practical example. For every article, one practical example. You should not read more. Never you should not read more. What happened? You know, when you read more, you will confuse more. When you read more, you will confuse more. Same, if you are going to a marriage proposal, matches, If you see n number of girls and if you see n number of boys, you will be confused. Hey, she is better than her. Hey, she is more better than her. Why? Because resource is more. When resource is more, we confuse more. Only two are there. Then what? 100% clarity will be there, whether this or that. That is the reason the resource we have to limit. I believe in, if the resource are limited, the accuracy will be more. When the resource is more, the certainty will be more. Resource is more, we will say, hey, this material PDF, this another Telegram channel, another PDF they gave, another PDF, same material. We have to limit our resources. We have to limit our resources. So, this is a format for fundamental rights or directive principles of state policy: article, explanation, relevant judgment, relevant example, relevant application, and any constitutional amendment happen to it. That is it. For from 36 to 51, finished. First one, article, its understanding. Number 2, relevant judgment. Number 3, its example. Number 4, where we can have mob lynching. Application. For example, in directive principles of state policy, in fundamental duties we will be having one particular duty which is called as protection of our archaeological sites, historical monuments. Nowadays, the selling and buying, the smuggled goods are happening with respect to archaeological monuments. So, we can link it, a fundamental duty, that is called as applications. Any constitutional amendment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you cover these 5 points, with fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy, no need to worry. Article, explanation, relevant judgment, relevant example, relevant application, and finally any constitutional amendment with respect to the directive principles of state policy. Then fundamental duties. You have to remember all the fundamental duties. Commissions constituted for fundamental duties. How these fundamental duties came into existence? On the Swaran Singh committee recommendations, the fundamental duties came into existence. How many fundamental duties are there? How many fundamental duties are there? What are those? Prelims point of view, very, very important. Mains point of view. If there is a conflict between the directive principles of state policy and fundamental duty, which will prevail? If there is a conflict between the directive principles of state policy and fundamental rights, which will prevail? If there is a conflict between the directive principles of state policy and fundamental duties, what will prevail? Relevant judgment. Minerva Mills case told that if there is a conflict between the fundamental right and directive principles of state policy, Minerva Mills case of 1980 told that none is superior, none is inferior. The constitution has been constructed on the balance, on the bedrock balance between the fundamental right and DPSP. Relevantly, it's not about by hearting. Where we have to use, there only we have to use it. Fundamental duties. Basic structure doctrine. The sixth topic should be basic structure. What is this basic structure doctrine? Keshavananda Bharati case judgment of 1973. Sir, okay, kya hota hai? What is this basic structure doctrine? Recent one judgment 1 week back, Supreme Court questioned economically weaker section judge 103 Constitutional Amendment Act. If you are following read newspaper, it questioned basic structure. It told that right to equality is a basic structure. You are violating the right to equality and you are giving reservation to the general category who are economically weaker. There are economically weaker in SCs also, they are economically weaker in ST also, they are economically weaker in OBC also. Give to them also. It questioned the basic structure doctrine. Amendment of the Constitution, which article? Article 368. Amendment to the Constitution. Simple majority, special majority, and special majority with 50% of the states giving their approval. Amendment of the Constitution. This all should be in understanding of the Constitution. Understanding of the Constitution to the amendment of the Constitution. If you cover all these things, yes, you understood the Constitution. When you understood the Constitution, you will go to the structure. So, Constitution gave a structure which is called a system of government. What type of government we have? Central government. Federal features with unitary bias. President of India, Vice President of India, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, Attorney General of India, Parliament of India, Parliament and Public Finances, Comptroller Auditor General of India. This constitutes system of government. Federal system. What is federal system? Why? Because salient feature is a federal system. Center-state relations, interstate relations, emergency provision is also federal features. President's rule. At the president's rule, what will happen? The power, the state power is usurped by the central government. Emergency powers also comes under federal system. Judiciary, Supreme Court, judicial reforms, public interest litigation, judicial review, judicial activism, overreach, new reforms in judicial system, high courts, tribunals, subordinate courts, district courts, alternative dispute resolution system, Lok Adalat, system of state government, governor, mains question yesterday, governor, chief minister, state council of ministers, state legislatures, special provisions for some states. There are special provisions for some states, like Telangana have some special provisions, special status. Andhra Pradesh is demanding for special status. Why? When the central government will give special status, what should be the criteria to give special status to any state? Local government, Panchayati Raj institutions, municipalities, scheduled areas and tribal areas, Schedule 5. Schedule area is called as Schedule 5 and tribal areas is called as Schedule 6. What is schedule areas? What will compulsory question? In prelims, 2 questions will be from local government, either from Schedule 5 and Schedule 6 or local self-government. Minimum 2, maximum 3, damn sure. I will show you. Local government. Then constitutional bodies like Election Commission, UPSC, State Public Service Commission, Finance Commission, GST Council is also a constitutional body. National Commission for SC, ST, OBC. This question came now, mains. Special Officer for Linguistic Minorities under Article 350A. Non-constitutional bodies, like people will tell that CBI is acting like a parrot in the cage. Central government, if another government is there in another state, what the central government is doing? Sending enforcement directorate, sending CBI, using the CBI, using enforcement directorate as their organs. Non-constitutional bodies, Niti Aayog, constitutional body or non-constitutional body? Non-constitutional body, Niti Aayog. Those all bodies we have to discuss here. Then committees and commission in detail. Second Administrative Reforms Commission, First Administrative Reforms Commission, Center State Commissions, Interstate Commissions, Rajmanar Commission, Punch Commission. All the commission recommendations are very important. If you do this 10 broad topics in which individually I explained subunits, your polity is been completed successfully. Any teacher, any institution, anywhere, wherever it is, if you complete these topics, your topics are completed. Make a checklist. Make a yes, completed, 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 completed. Why I did not give the list? The list is big. The list is very big. I will give in the classroom, very big list this is. Current affairs. With that, what we have to do? Current affairs. For example, anti-defection law is every time in the news. Maharashtra, how much big issue happened? Government, the powerful government, Shiva Sena government fallen down. Bihar, what is happening right now? Anti-defection law. Current affairs with respect to parliamentary procedure. Current affairs with respect to parliamentary procedure. Current affairs, while reading newspaper, current affairs also important. As I told you, 10 questions will be from Indian polity, 5 questions will be from current affairs of Indian polity for prelims. Oh, anti-defection law. Recently, Assistant Solicitor General of India name was being renamed as Deputy Solicitor General of India. Who is this Solicitor General? It is in the news. Who is this Solicitor General of India? Who is this Attorney General of India? What are their powers? Now you see, just remember what are all the topics I discussed up to now. Whether it is replicated or not, we will see. 2022 GS2, 2 days back, Saturday question paper. I am not going somewhere else. Saturday question paper we are discussing, which you will be writing next year if you clear prelims. The most significant achievement of modern law in India is the constitutionalization of environmental problems by the Supreme Court. Constitutionalization of environmental problems by Supreme Court. Discuss this statement with the help of relevant case laws. It's blind. UPSC is more concerned about environment. UPSC is more concerned about environment. Article 21 talks about free environment. Article 21 ambit, pure drinking water, pure air. There are several judgments for environment. It's an expected question. Application of Article 21 on environment is first question. Application question, second question. Right of movement and residence, which article? Article 19. In Article 19 we have Sasuma, S speech and expression, A association, A assembly, M movement, residence, profession, Sasuma MRP, SAA MRP. I remembered like this. S speech and expression, assembly, association, movement, residence, profession, my wish, my profession, residence, my residence, movement, my movement. Question is about movement and residence, whether Article 19 or not. Right of movement and residence throughout the territory of India are freely available to the Indian citizens, but these rights are not absolute. Whether I can go to a tribal area and can build a house, whether I can go to a Schedule 5 area and Schedule 6 area and I can build a house, whether I can stay there. No. Earlier, when Jammu and Kashmir was enjoying Article 370, whether I can go to Jammu and Kashmir and buy the land? No. That is the question. Jammu and Kashmir background current affair question this is. Which article? 19. Discuss the role of Vice Presidents of India as the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Vice President elections happened or not? President election happened, Vice President election happened. So asked on Vice President role as Vice President of India doesn't have any role. He is ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. As ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha, he has the power. If not, he is powerless. He is waiting for the death of president. If the president dies, he will become president for 6 months only. Vice President elections happened, so they asked. Fundamental right, articles and explanation, examples. Article 19 is there or not? Fundamental rights. Discuss the role of National Commission for Backward Classes in the wake of its transformation from a statutory body to a constitutional body. NCBC. National Commission for SC, National Commission for ST, National Commission for Backward Classes. Earlier it is a statutory body, means a body which is established by the law, but now it is a body which is established by the constitution, constitutional body. So what is the difference? Expected question. Up to now, you were like this. Suddenly you started preparing for civil services, you changed. So a third person will ask, this many days this person was moving here and there, now he is not coming from house, why? Whether a question will come or not. NCBC statutory body, NCBC constitutional body, what is the difference? Why they made it? The same question they asked. Discuss the role of NCBC in the wake of a statutory body and a constitutional body. Discuss the essential conditions for exercise of legislative powers by the governor. Discuss the legality of repromulgation of ordinance. Governor. Governor expected question. Governor. Well, reading governor without ordinance, we will not read governor only. Ordinance. Ordinance compulsory we have to read. What they are doing, what is ordinance, sir? Under Article 123 of the Constitution, President have the ordinance power. 213, the governor have the ordinance power. We will go deeper, then at that time you will understand. When the parliament is not in session, the president have the power to promulgate ordinance. When the state legislature is not in session, then the governor have the power to promulgate ordinance. But what he is doing, after 6 months it will die. But again he is promulgating ordinance without going for the parliamentary procedure. It's unconstitutional question. The same question. Governor, 20 Saturday question paper this is. Saturday question paper, whether you are in a position to able to address it or not. Yes. First, if you want to write prelims or mains, first we have to get command on the polity. Role of vice president, role of governor, what is ordinance, how, when. These are factuals we think, but we will forget. We have to read, reread, we have to read, reread, reread, then only we can remember those factual information. Prelims I will go. See, If a particular area is brought under 5th schedule 2022, if the particular area is brought under the 5th schedule of the Constitution of India, which one of the following statements best reflects the consequence of it? You tell me. 5th schedule. 5th schedule, schedule area, expected question this is. What is this? Schedule 5, expected question, 2022 prelims. Now we will see which of the following are exclusive powers of Lok Sabha. Parliament, prelims question. A bill amending the constitution requires a prior recommendation of the president. Whether any bill which is amending the constitution, whether it required prior permission of the president or directly they can go into the Lok Sabha? No, only money bill. Only money bill, small things, negative marking. Only money bill should be getting prior permission from the president. With reference, government law officers and legal firms are recognized as advocates. People don't know, people don't know who is advocate, who is lawyer, who is petitioner, who is accused, who is convicted. Small words meaning UPSC is asking that. This question is about who is advocate, who is lawyer, who is patent attorney. In USA they will be calling it as attorney. Basic information, basic knowledge, which we discussed in our classes. The Constitution of India classifies the minister into 4 ranks: cabinet minister, minister of state with independent charge, minister of state and deputy minister. The total number of ministers in the union government including the prime minister shall not exceed 15 minutes. Prime minister and council of minister, whether we are discussing or not, whether we have to study or not. Direct question, then why you did not clear the prelims? Then why lot of people are telling that the question paper was tough? Because they read it like a job, they read it like a duty. It should sink, it should become our soul, it should become part of our life. When it will become part of your life, when you are passionate, when you read passionately, not like a part-timer. When you do like a part-timer, UPSC also will take you as a part-timer. UPSC is great because if you take UPSC seriously, UPSC will take you seriously. If you don't take UPSC seriously, UPSC also will not take you seriously. These are all expected questions. Why we didn't do? Because we are not serious. We didn't do revision, proper revision, 4 or 5 times. I am telling you, clearing prelims is becoming a very big tussle nowadays. Clearing prelims is becoming a very big tussle. Prelim stage only they are removing, plucking up intellectual people. Intelligence are removed at the prelim stage. Once in the first attempt or second attempt, if you clear prelims and you write mains, you will get lot of confidence. Huge confidence you will get. Yes, I cleared prelims. You will get lot of confidence. If your parents are not supporting also, somehow you will manage to study. Why? Because you cleared prelims. I am telling you, for every aspirant, clear the prelims, you will get into the nasha of UPS, you will enjoy the nasha. Yes, I wrote mains. It is an achievement. I am telling you, if you clear prelims, if you write mains, you go to any academy, you can get minimum 30,000 per month as a content developer. I wrote mains, sir. Whom I am thinking? I wrote mains. Don't stand in front of me. UPSC prelims, clearing prelims is that much. You should feel that. While you are preparing for civil services, you should have that pride. Yes, I am preparing for civils. Not studying, and if you have pride means people will laugh at you. Without studying, just walking, hey, I am a UPSC aspirant, means people will laugh at you. Study, and if you have the pride, people will think, yes, UPSC is something. One more question. See, 2022 prelims anti-defection law, whether it was in the news or not in the month of May, you tell me. Whether anti-defection law was in news or not. Why? Maharashtra issue was burning at the time. Shiva Sena, Maharashtra issue was burning. Expected question. Most expected question. They asked this question. No wonder. Shiva Sena, it was rotating around anti-defection law, anti-defection law, anti-defection law. Law does not provide any time frame within which the presiding officer has to decide a defection case. The law specifies that nominated legislature cannot join any political party within 6 months. Yes, true. Expected question. One more question. Attorney General of India and Solicitor General of India are the only officers of the governments who are allowed to participate in the meetings of Parliament of India. Why they asked, you know? There was a proposal to change the name of Assistant Solicitor General of India to Deputy Solicitor General of India. There was a memorandum in the central government. It was in the news. So, they asked about Solicitor General of India. According to the Constitution of India, the Attorney General of India submits his resignation when the government which appointed him resigns. Yes, Attorney General of India. Which article? Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha, consider the following statements. Why, can anyone tell me why they asked this question? Can anyone answer me why they asked this question, Deputy Speaker? In Lok Sabha, Deputy Speaker post was vacant since last 12 months. No elections happened for Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker is a constitutional post, but no elections happened in the Lok Sabha. Means if the Speaker is absent, some or the other they are doing arrangement, but no appointment of an official Deputy Speaker. So, they asked about Deputy Speaker. Same thing happened in Maharashtra also. No Deputy Speaker. Maharashtra State Legislative Assembly also no Deputy Speaker. Why there is no Deputy Speaker? Deputy Speaker is a constitution. So, they asked about Deputy Speaker. They asked about Deputy Speaker. Who is this Deputy Speaker? Who will appoint the Deputy Speaker? What are the powers of the Deputy Speaker? So, when you are reading across current affair, when you are coming across current affair, means that current affair they will not ask. Around the current affair they will ask. Background, everything, each and every aspect of that they will be asking. In that particular context, what happens means, if you have a mentor, so if you call your mentor, sir, I am getting this doubt, please can you help me, I am getting this doubt, please help me, yes, this is what, finish. The answer which you used to take up to 1 hour, within 1 second the answer you got and you will go to the next topic. Time will be saved, that is the benefit. If you have your senior or anyone who will be guiding you. This exam is not about, I am telling you, know, this exam is not about joining Delhi Institute or that institute, or this is all about guidance. If you get a proper guidance, you will get the rank quickly. If you don't get the proper guidance, you will get the rank, but it will take. That is the only difference. You go to Delhi, no guidance, it takes 5 years. It's all about guidance. At right time, right guidance. See, so we covered prelims questions, we covered mains questions. No wonder, we have to command, we should get command over the subject, that's it. Electoral college, what is the electoral college of president, what is the electoral college of vice president, what is the removal procedure of speaker, what is appointment procedure of the speaker. Constitutional body, you should know. This all you will study in polity. In governance, application point of view. What are the powers of a district collector? What is citizen charter? What is right to information? What is right to work? What is right to food? These all things we will be discussing in our governance mains. The thin line of understanding will make you to clear prelims or not. See, I am telling you, revision is the only mantra. From day 1 onwards, revision multiple times, not by hearting, revision, understanding, revising. If you start by hearting, you are into the mistakes, you are flaw, you are doing errors. Never we have to by heart. We have to understand and we have to do revision. We have to revision. How much ever revision we do, that much perfect we will have. See, this if you think I delivered the class properly, it is because this is my 40th polity batch. This is my 40th polity batch, 40 times. So, it became part of my soul. It is not because I mastered it, because I repeatedly doing it, I am repeatedly doing, that is called as experience. In the examination hall, in the minimum time, if you want to execute properly, means it is only by revision, only by revision. So, tomorrow you will have the same discussion class on geography by Gautam sir. I am sure the class will be very good, it will be very fabulous class. Why? Because if you notice again, GS1 question paper, out of 20 questions, 6 to 7 questions came from physical geography. 6 to 7 questions came from physical geography. That is the reason I believe, I believe that these 4 subjects, if you are perfect, no one can stop you from clearing this examination. Current affairs is what you are reading today, that is it. Today's current affair is not tomorrow's current affair, but today's history is tomorrow's history also. Today's polity is tomorrow's polity also. Today's geography is tomorrow's geography also. Today's concepts of economy is also tomorrow's concepts of economy. These are the very basic. So, I will give you daily planner. As I told you, the daily planner is nothing. By December 31st, 2022, if you complete your polity, economy, history, geography, these 4 subjects, and from January 1st onwards, if you sit for your prelims test series from January 1st to May 26th, religiously if you do, you will clear your prelims, provided if you become perfect, if you become master in these 4 subjects. If you become master in these 4 subjects by December 31st, 2022, you will clear your prelims. If you are doing test series very properly, then January 1st onwards, current affairs, science and technology current affair, environment related current affair, international events current affairs. But one thing, do not spend more time on UPSC, I am telling you. You give one attempt, very strong attempt. That 2023 attempt should be very strong attempt. You put your heart, soul, everything, whatever is there. Do sacrifices, you forget everything, one life, one shot in life, one shot. You have to do hard work. 2023, maximum 2024, finish. Whether you or UPSC, that is it. Like that we have to prepare. Then compulsory you will get the result. It is all about commitment, it is all about consistency. It is all about consistency. For example, I will tell you, some people suddenly, fat people like me, sometimes they want to become thin. Then what they will do? Suddenly they will go to gym, they will work for 4 hours and they will again come to the home and sleep for 10 days. Then what will happen? He will not become thin. But one person is doing only 20 minutes for 200 days. 201 day, he will have some shape because it is doing only 20 minutes, but consistently. It is not about doing this 20 minutes into 200 days, how much minutes, those many minutes in one day only I will do, means nothing will happen. Consistency, slowly, like injection it should go, but consistently. So, thank you. If you have no doubts, so tomorrow 5:30 you will have geography session, then day after tomorrow you will have economy session, then you will have history sessions, my favorite 4 subjects. Thank you.